Okay.
I heard myself and you laugh. Okay. When you made the I-129F and you sent it off, you had a copy for you and you sent off a copy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make another copy. Now that everything's been approved and the government likes it, you're going to make another copy and you're going to set this aside. You're going to have a package that you're going to have to send to your fiancé. This is going to go in that package. You need to send the original letter affirming that you desire to marry your fiancé. And that's what the I-129F, the K-1 visa, the whole bit. You have to send an I-134 affidavit of support. Now, there's going to be 2 affidavit of supports that you're going to have to fill out and send in. In the beginning, the first one is going to be the I-134. That one, the one you'll be sending now at the time that you're sending everything to her.
Okay, so you will need several items for the above form. Gather duplicate evidence of income and resources as appropriate.
So basically,
okay, so it is a statement from the officer of the bank or official institutions with your deposit, identifying that the following date, account opened, total deposit for the past year, 3 present balance. I think I did that. Statement.
No, that was from me. I had to send that.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember I didn't do it.
The fiance, whether it be male or female, you're going to be sending all this documentation to them. The I-129F, that goes in there. And then you're going to put in other documentation, and this is part of it. One will be the information from your bank account officer, giving the date it was opened, showing the total amount of deposits, showing the current balance. Yeah, the year to date over the last year, what the balances were at the end of each month. Your document will say that.
Okay. And the statements from your employer or business stationery showing date and nature of employment, which is okay, and then salary paid, whether position is temporary or permanent, or included copies of your last 2 pay stubs and then your previous W-2 for the associated employer if available. Okay, so and then if self-employed, copy of a last income tax return filed, or IRS transcripts, or two report of commercial ratings concern, and then a list containing serial numbers and denominations of bonds and name of records owners. Alright, begin collecting this as soon as possible after your NAA2 arrives.
That I pulled off of NVC. NVC will have the information, and it gives you a list of the different things. Now, one of the things that you're going to have also, we discussed this a little earlier, but it's proof of ongoing relationship. So it shows, number one, that you guys have met in the last 2 years. You guys are still talking. You still want to get married. You want to be together. So here's some of the things that you'll need. They say copy of landline and cell phone bills. Well, realistically, into the Philippines, landline and cell phones are going to cost a lot if you do it that way. What we ended up doing was Skype, and I showed that, okay, I'm annual user of Skype. I showed that I have a separate deal to allow me to call cell phones in Skype. It's $13 a month, I think is what it was, and showed that. And then it has where you can go in and make a list of calls that you've made having to do with those cell phone, with the cell phones that you call. And I basically made that list and sent that also. You're going to have to put in photos of you guys together in the Philippines or whatever country you're at together. Being in the Philippines would be a good one. Basically, wherever you're at, make sure that you take photos that are prevalent to that region. So what we did was we took photos of things that are only in Manila, and that way we could show that, number one, I was there. We also, you're going to need to, there's several different types of proof, but basically photos of y'all together, photos of you meeting the fiance's family, take records, the records of you traveling there, your passport, your tickets showing that they were paid, your hotel. For me, it was hotel and car, showing that, and then basically just showing pictures of where you were and what you were doing, and that you were together. This is the one that you like so good, babe.
Which one? Oh, vaccination. Yeah. Okay, so where was that? The K1 and half beneficiary will be required the embassy to have a medical. So done prior to the visa interview. So let's just say it straight, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna undergo for the vaccinations, which is St. Luke's and physical exam like that.
That's in the Manila area.
Yeah.
Was St. Luke's.
Yeah, it's in Manila. All right, and then if you have other vaccinations that was before, you can show it to them, and then so that way they're gonna you're gonna have less injections that you get. Okay.
In other words, if you have all the injections needed to come into the U.S., or that the U.S. wants for you to come in, you won't have to have any injections at all. But if you don't, you have to take and get the injections, and and basically they're going to take a look at exactly what you have. They're going to check you. They're going to check your blood. They're going to check. They're going to do an exam. They're going to do X-rays, complete physical, and vaccinations if necessary. All right, so she's having a good laugh here. So basically, what you need to do is once you get the approval, you need to go get your medical. The medical, let's just say at Manila area, St. Luke's, your medical is a first come, first serve. So what that means is you need to get there first thing in the morning. But let's back up a little bit. Your interview date, you have to call in and get the interview date set once the approval has been given to you. You're going to call in, you're going to set a date and a time for your interview. Once you do that, you have to take and back that time up 2 weeks. And within that 2 weeks, you need to take and go get your physical done. It has to be within 2 weeks of your interview. Now, the interview, you've already got set. You need to go to your physical. Like I said, it's a first come, first serve. My suggestion is get there first thing in the morning. You're gonna be there 2 different days. Okay. So you were there 2 days.
Okay, so I want to say something.
Okay.
If I were you guys, you just get near hotel there and St. Luke's area, because there is 2 very close, and because you're gonna be there on 2 days, and on the next day, like first day on that 2 days, you're gonna get your what's this? The information, the result. Yeah, the result. You're not supposed to open it.
Yeah. Don't open the result.
Yeah.
Now, so make sure not to open you have a vanilla envelope and you have plastic over that. Okay? Don't open either one. Just leave it alone. Let them open it when you go to the interview. If you do open it, you have to go back to the consulate.
Yeah.
You have to go back to the consulate, let them know you opened it by mistake, let them look at it. If they think that you were digging through it, they can shut it down and not take it, but normally they won't do that. What they'll do is they'll reseal it, and they may change your date. Okay? They don't have to keep the date the same. So don't open your envelope. Now, you've taken your medical, you've gotten your envelope. Take that complete envelope plus all the information that you still have. Okay? You want both of those when you go into your interview. You'll go into your interview and everything will be good. If you don't have all that information and they start asking for stuff, not good. The bad thing is, the majority of these guys, they already have the information. They want duplicates to make it easier on them. Exactly why, I don't know, but whatever. Make sure to have your duplicates ready and available for them. Okay, now, after you do your interview, it's...
No, you need to tell them first about the interview.
Please.
Tell them.
Tell them what? You were there. I wasn't there.
The interview. Oh, DS 160.
Hey.
Hey, DS 160.
Well, we've already discussed that DS
it's
160.
there, right?
Yeah.
It's there. Okay.
Now, what about the interview?
Oh, interview. It's easy, but okay. Don't get nervous about the interview. And then, if there's a problem, if there's no problem, looks like they're gonna give you in 3 days. But mine, I got it 1 week, right?
Yeah, it was 1 week.
I got it 1 week. They're gonna tell you on the spot after the interview. They will tell you you can get it after 1 week. And to go travel, I got it to Mall of Asia. I went there to pick it up. Okay, so that is a yellow envelope also.
And don't open that one.
Don't open it, because the other one, it's not me. It's the guard. Open it.
Yeah, okay.
It's not me.
Okay.
But it's not really the envelope. It's the plastic, so that's okay. It's not a problem. And I was so nervous that time because I thought we're gonna need to wait till how many months before they seal it back.
Yeah.
And that time I asked a lot and find out it's okay.
So now you have the envelope, you have the okay. Now's the time to set up for the travel to go to the U.S. or whatever country you're going to. Now, again, we're discussing about the U.S. The other countries, I don't know what the rules are there. do not make your plane tickets, do not set them until you get the approval in. Because there was a couple times where we should have had the approval and they didn't meet the timelines that they were supposed to. And I almost got the plane tickets twice and we would have lost them. So, yeah, that was...
Gonna pay more.
Yeah. Now here's where we take and we go, we're going to give you kind of a one-off of what happened. We took and went to, I dropped into the Philippines, and let's see, I came into the Philippines, we got everything ready, 6 days later, we left. Now, when we left, huh?
After the interview.
What about after the interview?
It's like PDOS.
Oh,
How do you call it?
you're up.
Hold on. It's not PDOS.
I forgot about that
actually.
one.
It's not PDOS. It's
Uh,
called.
You had to go learn how to be a good Filipina.
How can I get it there?
Yeah, I don't care.
After the visa after the.
After the approval has been done, after you've received your visa stamp,
Okay, and then you're going to call the CFO, which is Commission on Filipinos Overseas.
yep,
Right? And then find out if what's the available for them. It's kind of, what's this?
it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, and they're gonna teach you how to be a good Filipino or citizen here in the United States.
How to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, that's mostly.
And
you're gonna-
wait a minute. It also takes and explains they're worried about their citizens, and it explains how if something goes wrong, how to get yourself out of a bad situation. So say you come to the United States and the person that you fell in love with is not the person that you're there
expecting.
with. Yeah. Say, God forbid, the person starts, what?
I'm so happy.
God forbid, say the person beats you or is bad to you in one way or another, and you can't deal with it anymore. Well, they discuss that in that class, and they discuss what you can do to help get away if necessary.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean if you have an argument, oh, I have to leave. Understand.
You're right.
Understand your rights, but understand that being married is an experience and it's something you have to work at. Both sides. And this just... All right. And this just... this class helps you understand what your rights are, what you should do in certain situations, and gives you directions of where to go to make it all better. Okay, and if necessary, get you back to the Philippines as soon as possible.
And then they're gonna help you there, and you're gonna have another interview there. You're gonna need a lot of the paperwork, which is we told you about that earlier. What paperwork is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same on all of the paperwork that you have. So that the U.S. Embassy didn't get it. That's supposed to be on the other one, the CFO. Okay. All right.
And you can call the CFO in advance to make sure of exactly what
you need.
what you need, and also you need to call them in advance. That way you can set up for a class, a timeline of the class, a timeline of the classes that they have. That way you can make sure you can get in.
Okay.
Now,
Want me to tell them about what is very important they asked me?
tell them.
Okay, they asked me there. It's the same of the interview and the U.S. Embassy. And then they're gonna get the pictures from the trips that he got, or your fiancé being there in the Philippines. They're gonna get all the information too. And how did you meet? There's a lot of questions too. So they're gonna make your mind twist if you're lying or not. Yeah. But anyway, you got your visa already.
Yeah, and that class cost $400,
I
$450,
don't remember.
approximately $10 US. It was like 400 or 450 pesos.
It's
I
like
think it was.
175 or
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
No, I guess it's like that.
Okay,
Both.
Anyway.
No, not both. It's half.
it's okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now we're done with all of that, right? Yep. Okay, so now I dropped in. 6 days later, we were on our way out. And you can just drop in and she can be waiting there and turn around on the next plane and leave. It all depends on you. You need to set up that in advance.
Yeah.
You're going to be surprised because a one-way ticket for her will be more than what your round trip ticket is normally.
Yeah.
Unless you set it up way in advance.
But you can't do it.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is you go to check in at the airport. And at the check-in, they're going to take a look at all of her documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Or all of the fiancé's documentation.
Yeah.
They're going to take a look at all that and make sure that she has a visa, because they won't let her leave if she doesn't.
Yeah.
Or him, whichever the case may be. And then you'll be flying into an international airport here in the U.S. eventually. Now, when that happens, you have to do a check-in, but it's not a normal check-in. You have to do an immigration check-in complete, including with visa. Normally, like in LAX, when you come in, when you get ready to go through the immigration piece, it's all the way to the far left, and you go through over there. Basically, it's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. They're going to look through all of your documentation. They're going to look through all of her documentation, make sure that everything's there. Hi guys, we've hit the end of the part 2 video, Fiancé K1 Visa. Stay tuned for the up and coming part 3 video, coming soon. Sorry for the length of the videos, but I do hope that they help you to get your visa. Have a great day. Bye.